What's up everyone, James here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the maintenance I do on my Nano shrimp tank, which I call Shrimp Rock. This video was requested by a subscriber of mine called Max Aquatics, so big shout out to him, and hope you enjoy the video. Just a little update then on this aquarium. Everything is pretty good in there at the moment. I have a colony of cherry shrimp in there, some different culls of Bloody Mary, and just your regular cherries in there. There's quite a few in there at the moment, lots of new babies on the go. I see a few of my shrimp are pregnant, lots of exciting things to come. In terms of the plants, everything's doing fairly well at the moment. I did have a problem, which was something that I made the mistake of, was overdosing too much aquarium salt, and that caused my Simensis 53B leaves to die off. That's just a top tip to know, is that if you dose too much aquarium salt, that can cause an effect on the plants. Some don't like it. Jungle Vallisneria is another one, which does often melt back or die off. So just something to be aware of. In terms of filtration, I run just a sponge filter on this aquarium. You could argue that the plants also do their own part to keeping the nitrates low. I have duckweed in the tank, which I have to scoop out probably once a week, maybe longer, depending on how much I want the surface to have. And I have a heater in there, obviously, because it's a tropical tank. And also I have a Nicrew classic LED light to light the aquarium, and I'll leave a link in the top corner and in the description if you want to check out that light. It's a pretty good light, I really like it. It's dead cheap as well, and lights the aquarium really nicely, so it's definitely worth checking out. In terms of water changes, I do a weekly water change on this of around 20%, sometimes more, depending on how much nutrients are in the aquarium. Usually I try to dose fertilizers a couple of times a week. I try not to dose too heavily on this one because of the size. If not, it causes the nitrates to go through the roof. So I like to keep them under control. In terms of conditioning for the aquarium, I use ProQuatics Microbe Lift conditioner, and I also use Microbe Lift Plant Screen fertilizer. Sometimes I use a little bit of iron, and sometimes I add a bit of liquid CO2, just if there's any sort of pest algae in the aquarium, but it's very rarely that I dose that unless absolutely necessary. Maintenance wise, plants grow fairly slow in this aquarium because there's no CO2. I don't try to keep the lights on too much. There's duckweed in there, so also the sort of the lighting doesn't always go down to the bottom, but it's pretty good. I just dose fertilizers. In terms of substrate, it's just gravel, aquarium gravel, and sand, fine sand. When I do my maintenance, I use a gravel vac just to try and pick up any dirt or detritus in the aquarium. Sometimes, very occasionally, I'll get a toothbrush out and maybe give the rocks a scrub, but that's very rare. I quite like the natural look to the rocks and stuff like that, so I don't tend to go overboard on that. And I clean the glass with a mag float algae scraper that goes across the glass. So yeah. Feeding wise, with these shrimp, they tend to get a whole array of different foods, some from a company that I use also sponsors me called ProQuatics. I sometimes give the shrimp some bottom greens and also some algae wafers. I have a discount code for them, so I'll leave that in the description, so definitely worth checking them out. I sometimes feed brine shrimp as well. Bloodworms I've fed in the past, mysis shrimp, my shrimp will pretty much eat anything that's kicking around. I don't often feed daily with this tank because of the size, and you put a big algae wafer in there that usually lasts quite a few days. Sometimes it's a bit too much for the shrimp, so I tend to try and keep it on the limited kind of feeding for the tank. So I hope you liked this video and a little update in terms of maintenance and everything that I do with this aquarium. It's not a whole lot, it's quite a small tank, so you know there's not too much to do on it. Just sort of keep it intact and keep it trimmed and just dose with some fertilizers. I also add, where is it, some of this stuff which is called Optima by Escher. It's a really great product. It's basically just vitamins, minerals, just to sort of keep a healthy aquarium, as they put it. So it's good stuff though. I think it's a nice product, and yeah, I like the bottles that you get, so it's worth checking out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future content. I've got lots of great stuff in the works, so hopefully there's something for you to enjoy, either previously on my channel or coming in the future. So yeah, until next time, you stay safe.